Jillian Michaels debated some of these body positivity activists recently. 20 minutes on the clock, Jillian. That is a long time. She's also the host of the Keeping It Real podcast. Good for you. So obese is literally defined as having excessive body weight. That's the medical definition. Why do you think so many people on the left are so offended by language?
I don't really know. I think it's a bit more nefarious than that. I really do. I think that when you change the language, you change the way people think, how they feel, and subsequently how they behave. This is a bit off piece, but you brought it up when you said, what did you say, undocumented American or undocumented immigrant versus illegal alien? It's like, well, when you say undocumented and you take away the word illegal, is it going to change the way that people think and change the way that they behave? That's what I think is going on here. I think it's like neuro-linguistic programming. And I think it's pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Okay, let me ask you about that. So a study just came out that found that almost 70% of all U.S. adults are technically, again, medically speaking, they are obese. Do you think that the mentality of people like that woman that you debated is sort of enabling this problem?
100%. And this is yet another reason why I'm suggesting it's dangerous, is because when you take away the clinical term, right, it's no longer life-threatening. It's no longer something we have to worry about. It becomes feelings over facts, which is destroying the fabric of our society and will cost millions of people their lives if we don't allow doctors to use clinical terms like obese.
Yeah,
it's
good point.
Madness.
Here is some more of your debate with that same woman. Take a look.
It's inherently unhealthy to have excess body fat, yes.
Okay, where are you getting that information from?
Oh, okay. There are dozens of MRT trials that show having excess body fat, dozens, is causal, not correlated.
Oh, no, that's not true. There is no disease that just fat-bodied people get.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But obesity lends itself to all-cause mortality across the board.
Did you win her over, or was that like agree to disagree at the end of 20 minutes?
No, I did not win her over. I was hoping she went home and, opened up Google, did a little homework, considering that she is a self-proclaimed eating disorder specialist, and you literally have no idea that there are dozens of studies showing obesity is causal for cancer, type 2 diabetes, heart disease.
Right.
It is absolutely mind-blowing and totally terrifying.
I don't think she's a Trump voter. I also think it's confusing for people when you see the Joe Biden White House. Remember Rachel Levine and Sam Brinton, the guy who would steal everybody's luggage at the airport? He'd be having a field day right now with the lines at airports. But I think people on the left, they see this and they think it's normal. When this goes on, look, you can live your life. That's the beauty of being an American. But I think this stuff is very confusing for people. What do you think?
Oh, I totally agree with you. But I'm not so sure that the vast majority think it's normal. I think this stuff is 80-20 all the way. And I think the silent majority has been intimidated into silence due to fear of cancellation. And the more people like you and me, we speak out, we call this out, we speak for that silent majority, the better it's going to be in the long run.
Yeah, I think about like calling somebody unhoused instead of homeless doesn't put a roof over that person's head, but it makes the left feel better at night. I wanted to ask you about this. So AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, spent just over $19,000 of campaign money on a psychologist who specializes in ketamine therapy. Ketamine, technically it's a horse tranquilizer. We don't know if AOC was using it. We're not making that accusation, but John F. Kennedy used all sorts of amphetamines when he was campaigning to be president and when he was president. How could ketamine benefit a politician if that was somebody who needed like a pick-me-up? How could it benefit somebody who's always on the go? Or could
Let me play devil's advocate here. Let me play devil's advocate. This is part of psychedelic therapy. And this would be utilized in the same way that psilocybin would be, or DMT or ayahuasca, but ketamine is legal. The other psychedelics are not. So people take this to gain some epiphany, to have a greater self-realization. This is a Maha thing. Now I know it sounds crazy to you.
Is it an upper though? Like, would you take it to like for like a pick-me-up? No.
No, it's not. I've actually never done ketamine, but I do know many people that do. And many people who have benefited from working through some deeper traumas and deeper. I know this is not the
No,
answer you
I'm with you.
expected.
We saw this on her
not.
disclosure, and we were like, what?
I know.
What is
it's
that? We'll ask
surprising.
Jillian.
But that would be what she is using it for, in the ways in which people take plant-based medicines in order to have some greater.
And we're not saying that she is definitely using it. Although I don't know why she would pay for somebody else on her campaign to use it. None of my business. Jillian Michaels, great to have you back on. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.